Delore, how are you today? Happy Monday.
Hello, Matt. Hi, everyone. Happy Monday. Oh my gosh, I am great. I am tuning in from the Dominican Republic, celebrating so many things
Your
here today.
your birthday, correct?
Yes, I had a birthday and a book launch yesterday.
Nice. Yesterday.
Yes.
Happy birthday.
Thank you so much. I woke up
That's
on my
awesome.
40th birthday, an Amazon bestseller. So that's what I want to talk about today. So I am
Boom.
celebrating, and we have
That's
my
great.
incredible special guest here that I want to bring on, Marcus Black. So he helped me make it
I've heard of
to.
that guy.
So, how
Yeah.
are you, Matt?
I'm doing awesome. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you for asking. Yes, and thank you for being able to cover early for Rachel.
of
Very nice of you to
course.
fill in.
Of
Despite
course.
everything else you have going on. You're always a giver. So,
I
but
just
no,
taught.
listen, I'm always excited. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, I just taught a class on the beach here at Dreams Resort. I contracted with them, so I just rushed in, and so I'm heading back out to the beach. So I'm happy to help it anytime.
Listen, it's a rough life, but someone's got to live it, right?
Hey, you know
So
what?
no,
I
always.
designed it that way.
There you go. Exactly. So she's going to talk about that. All
Hmm.
things, teaching how to do that, all the other things, your health, your mindset, everything. Always excited to hear from you, and especially when Marcus back. So please take it away.
Heck yes. Thank you so much, Matt. You're amazing. Okay, so I'm getting the red bar. So I hope you can hear okay. Hello, everyone. Happy Monday and welcome.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Welcome to the Health is Wealth segment here in Breakfast with Champions and over on the Health is Wealth in the Cruise Beyond Limits world. Hello, everyone. Coming to you from Dominican Republic, Punta Cana here. And like I said in the intro, I actually, I've been contracted to be the resident boot camp instructor here in the Dominican Republic at this resort. So I've been teaching on the beach. I teach 30-minute HIIT and kickboxing. And so I was able to teach all the resort guests here from all over the world right from the beach. So follow me over on Instagram and over on Facebook. You can catch some segments there. I have my amazing husband here who is my paparazzi and my bodyguard. So he might make a cameo in the video as well. So but today's message, like I said, I brought Marcus on here because we have worked tirelessly for the last 30 days. Yes, I wrote an Amazon best-selling book in 30 days. So, and I could not do it without the incredible Marcus Black. So I just want to give him a huge shout out. Hey, Marcus, can you speak?
Yeah, girl. What up,
Oh
family? How
my
you
God.
doing?
Oh, so good. So great to have you
So
here.
it's incredible to watch. So I knew we wouldn't have any problems because Chris Delore is the epitome of what it means to be a warrior. And you guys know, anytime you set out your mind to do anything, and she's not doing anything, she's doing a whole lot of some things that are helping a whole lot of somebodies make their lives better. And so I knew the moment we reached out, she reached out, we connected. I was like, oh yeah, I'm happy to help because I knew she'd get it done. Any deadline we said, you know what I'm saying? She's making it happen. 30 days to write a best-selling book. Stop it. Are you kidding me? But she did it, and she put her mind to it, and it's power. Content is powerful to blow your mind, but also, most importantly, help you level up your life. So I'm gonna stop talking, but I'm just so proud of you and to see you shine and to see all the incredible things you're doing. Yo, you made it happen, my friend.
Oh, thank you so much. And I just, it's really a true testament to reaching out, hiring a coach, finding someone that has done the things, right? So I trusted in Marcus. I sent him an Instagram. He posted like there was someone he was helping, and I'm like, hey, I went to a business conference with Bill Walsh last month, and literally at 2 a.m. He's like, we're doing a contest for a book cover. You're all going to create your book cover. So I created it at 2 a.m. What you see live on Amazon right now, I created a month ago at a business conference. And I started with the end in mind. I knew that book was inside of me. But what I needed was someone in my corner that can show me the way that I can do it right. And that was the first thing I mentioned to Marcus. It's like, hey, you're helping all these people, you're doing great things. How can I do this right? Now, this is my second book, my second self-published book. And the first one was the Crystal Clear Life Planner. And I just reached out. I said, I've done this before, but I just want to make sure I get it right. And so it was a true testament to Marcus. He's like, yes, we hopped on a call, we workshopped, we dissected what it was going to look like, helped with the outline. And then we literally created milestones. And that is what a great coach does. And he's been checking in. And that is what we do, right? Is we help each other grow, we help each other level up. And sometimes we just need a little bit of accountability and support, right, to help us get there. So I just want to say thank you so much, Marcus, because this has not been an easy process, especially when you're talking about hard things. You're telling, your stories and your deepest, what's on your heart, and to really help other people level up in their life. It can be lonely. And I bet you I probably wouldn't have done it without you. I'm just saying.
Wow. And I reiterate, and I won't talk long, but it is hard. And I don't want to blow past that. It's hard to take some of your deepest traumas and pains, package them into words for the purpose and sake of expressing vulnerability in order to help someone else find themselves in their path to their best life. And you did it. You have worked tirelessly. We set an aggressive goal and ambitious goal. I've done it before, so I knew it was possible. But not everybody who says, I want to have a book done in a month by this date with tight deadlines is willing to put forth the work to make it happen and to adjust with the curveballs and the things that happen, because those happen every time.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we still have curveballs because once you go live, Amazon has their own process and all these things, but the physical copy that you guys are gonna buy, and she ain't asking you, but I'm just saying you will want to do that. So when you see her, she can sign it for you. But it's gonna be a few more hours before you can even grab that one because Amazon has things on their end. But it's happening and it's coming, and you have a jet with every single thing. Listen, they bless are flexible, for they shall not be broken. You should be moving with it, showing up, showing out, making it do what it do. So I just want to say I am proud of you, and that's a testament to your success and why you are so successful, because of the way you show up with that tenacity and just keep working and grinding through.
Thank you so much. It's just, yeah. And when you have a gift too, and you recognize, and if you have that nudge inside of you, I just think it's so powerful to not shut those voices down. Last week we were talking, there were a couple people that came on stage and were vulnerable and shared that they have a gift that they want to share with the world. And so I think it's so important. Like, don't shut those voices down. Reach out, ask for help, get mentored, get coached, get in community, because it's worth it. And, you get to live this life, right? You get to get it out to the world. And when you're supported, anything is possible. So I just thank you so much, Marcus. And from your perspective, though, as a coach, like how is that experience for you? And, what is your biggest takeaway and like lessons learned for other people, maybe if they want to reach out and start their book?
Yeah, man. Number one, I wouldn't even say it's a lesson. It's just more continued proof, which is I literally am selective with who I work with. And for you coaches out there, I have 100% success rate on taking authors and launching their projects and becoming bestsellers, capturing the necessary social proof for all of that. So I'm confident, but I knew, because I know you and I know your work ethic and I know your drive and I know what you're capable of. So for me, it literally was just what I knew to be the end result. It's just going through the process. And the process looks different every time, I say it was definitely fun. Now, here's the thing. I've worked with all different types of people, from people who like don't care a whole lot about anything. I would say with you, you are very exceptional. You move at a certain level of excellence, which is a good thing. Like, it's a great thing. So with that, there's what's the word? Teeters the line of like, I'm looking for perfection. And I think a lot of people hang themselves up there because you will be very hard on yourself. And I think at some point, and probably the reason why you hadn't written it sooner was because of you being hard on yourself. Like, man, I know how great this is, and I just want it to be perfect. And that's why you got to have a coach to let you know, number one, perfection is a facade. It doesn't exist. And I wouldn't be surprised if you write 10 books by the time you get out of here before, your time is up. So I know that you're going to keep writing them. You're going to keep expressing them. But now you know the process. Now you've delved into the process. Now, like, I don't know. It's always fun for me to watch people grow, to watch people get stretched. But it was pleasant, I guess is the word I'm looking for. There weren't really unexpected surprises. You might have felt like you were bothering me, but not to me. To me, it's like, no, this is good. Like making the edits, making adjustments to the manuscript, that type of stuff. Like, that's good. That's all good. It's a part of the process, and that's what we signed up for. So anyway, it was just beautiful to watch a person have an idea, set a goal, say, I think this is possible, but I'm not quite sure. And I say, it's possible. Let's do it. And then to put it out there, put it on paper, set the goal, achieve the goal, make it happen. And that book is going to be everywhere before it's all said and done. So I just love it. And I love the process.
Oh, thank you so much. Oh gosh, it is quite a process, right? It is possible. Thank you everyone who's commenting. Let me know what questions you have. I know a lot of you are saying you have a book inside of you. Get it out, put it out to the world right now. Put it in the comments. I want to see it because it matters. Like, it matters when you put it out to the world, when you say it out loud, when you put it in a chat, when you write it down in your journal. Like, just keep doing it, putting it out there, because you never know who you're going to meet, what opportunities are going to come your way that you will be presented to be able to get this out, right? So you just never know. But if you just keep it inside of you, it's not going to go anywhere, right? And so, yes, it's scary. Yes, it's a process. So I think if that intuitive nudge is there, follow it. Just keep following it. And so I want to talk a little bit about what's inside the book, because I think this process was no different than all the stories that I shared, right, inside the book. So I'm not going to tell all the stories here because you're going to have to get the book, right? But what I released is my 5 ways to be courageous, confident in seasons of change. Now, as we level up, and as we go after these big, audacious, bodacious goals, and you have these intuitive edges, that can be a season of change, right? You're evolving, you're leveling up, you're growing in a way that you're kind of molting from an old version of you. One of my first speeches in Toastmasters years ago was, it's called I'm Molting, because snakes, they grow and they molt their skin. They can't go back into the same skin that they used to be in, right? It falls off and it flakes and it falls on the ground, right? And they grow out of it, and that's molting. But so what happens though first is they coil up, right? So in seasons of change, you can be coiled up, and that's where you grow, and then you molt your skin, right? So every 28 days, our skin cells regenerate, right? So it's the same thing with humans. So as we molt and as we evolve, we're in seasons of change, and it can feel uncomfortable. It can feel icky. It can feel like you don't belong. It can feel very lonely, and you're going to want to coil up. You're going to want to isolate. You're going to want to cocoon. There's several different terms, in psychology and in the personal development space. There's a lot of terms that we use for this, which causes it knocks our confidence down, causes some self-doubt, those inner critics coming in. And it can send us into a deep spiral if we let it, right? So this courageous confidence model We're always evolving. Change is inevitable. So this model helps give you a set of tools in your toolkit so that when life gets thrown at you, when illness strikes, when injury strikes, when you have challenges in your relationships, when you have changes in your career, that you don't shut down. We don't stop. We keep going, right? And in the book, I say, like your life depends on it, because it does. And when we go through hard things, we need to have our tools in our toolkit. So this book gives you the tools, right? And at the end of each chapter, there's great journal entries to be able to explore a bit more pieces of you as you go through the process. However, the 5 steps, right, is first knowing who you are to the core. So I just want to go over this really quickly, and then I want to answer some questions. And I just really want to share this with you because it matters. And as you're going after your goals, you need these tools. So, hey babe, you're just so you know, camera. Okay. You know what? We're in a hotel. I want to make sure he's not undressing. We're live over here. Okay. Okay, cool. All right, they're saying hi. All right, so number 1, know who you are to the core. Know your core values, your drive, okay? So number 1, who you are to the core, all right? Know your core values. Know what drives you. Know what your why is. Sandra says she already read half the book over. Oh my gosh, you're amazing. Sandra, thank you so much. All right, shout out to my amazing team who's in all the comments, posting the links, sharing all the things. That's another piece in our toolkit, right? So when we know where we're going, we know our why, that we're unstoppable. We create more confidence with the momentum of taking action, right? So when we have these intuitive nudges and we take action, it breeds more confidence, more momentum, all right? And that's what keeps us going. Because what we're attached to is the emotion of maybe we want to our bank account to look nicer. We want the nicer home. Maybe we want the nicer car or the fancy bag or the nice shoes. That's great, right? But what we're chasing is the emotion of perhaps freedom and accomplishment and going after our dreams and goals and being in alignment. And that breeds more confidence, right? So knowing who you are to the core, keep taking action towards it breeds more momentum. All right. So my experience with Marcus, for instance, with writing this book, I knew that I had an end in mind. I know my why. I know how I want to reach the audience. I want to reach the reader in a special, special way. And so despite all of the hard things, all of the roadblocks, all of the edits and the long nights until 1 a.m., shout out to my amazing editing team who literally tirelessly went through so many rounds, including Marcus. We just went over and over and over again. And when we're exhausted and foaming at the mouth and we just want to tap out, but we know our why. So that why is strong enough to make us unstoppable. And so the third one, number 3, is your consistency, consistently showing up in the pursuit of what's setting your soul on fire. So maybe it's a book. Maybe you want to be a speaker. Maybe you want to be a coach. Maybe you're trying to get out of your 9 to 5. Maybe you want that promotion. You need to be consistent in your efforts every single day. The reason, Marcus said he only works with a select few people, right? I do too. There's people that I want to work with as well as a coach, right? I want people that are going to show up consistently, that are going to say yes to themselves and their health, right? That I don't have to beg and pull along. There has to be some sort of intrinsic motivation. And that's knowing their why. And sometimes we have to do a little bit of work to get there. But once we're there, if you show up consistently, over time, you're going to receive some sort of a result. It's going to be a lesson, or it's going to be action, more action, right? And more results. So that consistency over time breeds so much results. But staying stuck, not taking action, not being consistent, maybe in your social media, maybe in the way that you show up for others, in your gifts, maybe in your health regimen, right? Obviously, I'm a health and fitness and emotional intelligence coach, right? So if you're not consistent in your efforts towards eating healthily and fueling your body properly and moving it each and every day, your energy is going to be inconsistent, right? So the consistency is key, right? So that we can pierce through, and then the brain keeps track of the times that we show up for ourselves. So when we're consistently moving our body every day, you go to the gym, you write another chapter, you do another live, you go on Instagram again, with that reel that no one watches, that you think no one's watching, and you're watching all the numbers. No, stay consistent no matter what. All right. And you're going to learn along the way. Number 4, community, asking for help, getting vulnerable, getting coached, getting in a great community. I met Marcus Black over a year ago in Vegas. We were both speaking at an event. We met in the middle of the night. It was a fun meeting. And, it's just, you never know who is going to impact your life. Who'da thunk? Who'da thunk? I love that term. That say, who'da thunk? Literally. I mean, Marcus, what did you think that we were going to be here right now on? What do you think?
0% chance I would have ever thought that, like from us going into this house and hearing rumblings, like, is there a human in here? You hear people come in the house in the middle of the night, get all of that, all the way to now. I would not have thought that. But that is why you guys keep showing up. And you were incredibly kind. We were able to build a rapport over that weekend, a supportive, mutually supportive relationship. So when the time came, bada bing, bada boom. So, but I didn't foresee it, especially not at that time.
No, definitely not. And you just never know, right? I know I shared the other day on my live in my launch group that I met a CEO of multiple companies on the airplane coming home from Buffalo. I spent last week with my family in Buffalo, and I was flying back. I was on a flight from Buffalo to Chicago, and I had an hour with this man, and we talked about business and connections. And you never know who you meet, who you're sitting next to. The conversations that can evolve into doing business together, into helping support each other, sponsorships, you never know. Speaking on stages, writing books, collaborating in business and in life, and supporting each other and being a family. Like, this is what happens when you get into community. This is what happens when you are in alignment, in pursuit of what is setting your soul on fire, and you go after it and you take action. I guess I need to stop sleeping on planes. Yes. And you know what? I am one of those people. Like, my mom used to put me in the car to go to sleep. And so like the humming sound of the plane puts me to sleep. But I'll tell you, me reading my book, like I read my book yesterday on the plane on the way to Dominican here. Both my husband and I, we both read my book front to cover in just over 2 hours, right? It's a great read. I can't wait for you all to get it in your hand. But when your why and your brain is on fire, like, I couldn't sleep. I was so excited. My nervous system was like, oh my gosh, I did it. I did this. And my husband learned so much. We were talking. We spent last night reflecting at my birthday dinner, just on the journey that we've been on. And this is tough stuff. So, I didn't want to sleep. We can't sleep through life, right? And so if you're comfy, cozy on the couch, right? And when you could be putting your gifts out to the world, I encourage you, and I always say, like, don't go cold turkey. All right. Some people are like, I can't get away from my shows. I can't get away from the TV. I fall asleep on the couch. Like, these are habits, right? So sometimes in order to change a habit, we need to not only know who you are and your why and why you want to do it, because it's going to be hard. We know that, right? We're going to have challenges. We're going to face some obstacles in life, especially when we go after big things. We are going to be challenged, right? I've been challenged every step of the way through this book launch. I know I shared and I'm celebrating. Yes, I achieved the goals, and, with the help of Marcus and my amazing team, that I was able to do this, but it was not easy. And I was challenged every single day, every step of the way, right? And still, it's not live on, and maybe it is. Maybe we can share the link and see if it's live right now. But I've been waiting. I was up at 3 a.m. checking my email to see if it was live yet. And then again at 5, I got an email at 4:41 this morning that the Amazon rejected the cover again for like the 5th time, right? So I had to get the sizing exactly right. Now the launch was yesterday. The official launch was yesterday, right? On my birthday, right? We're still not officially there yet, but I'm still here. Like I am relentless, right? And so there's no, the TV's right here. I could be, kicking back, but no, I am relentless because I know that this is worth it and you're worth it. Your dreams are worth it. Okay. So when we think about habits, take 15 minutes, right? If you do nothing else, take 15 minutes, set an alarm on your phone and say, you know what? I'm going to write for 15 minutes. I'm going to read for 15 minutes. I'm going to work out for 15 minutes, right? And get your mind, get your body used to it. And that'll get your brain on fire again, hopefully. And if you need support with this, if you need help with accountability and support and consistency and community, I have a link above for my website. Reach out to me. Follow me over on Instagram and on Facebook. Send me a message. I'm happy to, hop on a call. Let's figure out, let's ignite your fire again. They call me a life and fitness accelerator for a reason. Spend 15 minutes with me. Okay. And this is the power. It's going to take you longer than 15 minutes to read the book, but it's going to uncover so many things for you. So number 4, make sure you get in community. Number 5, celebrate. Design celebration into your life. I can't tell you how many times, especially even traveling home from Buffalo last week, saying that I was going to Dominican for my birthday. Oh, must be nice. Must be nice you get to do that. Yes, it is nice because I designed this celebration on purpose. I put everything that I enjoy, life, business, fitness, coaching, celebration, all in one package, right? And so I contracted with this company who hires fitness instructors at 5-star resorts. So I'm actually here. This is a contract that I'm working with, but I'm celebrating my book launch. I'm celebrating my birthday and I'm working and I get to connect with other humans and be in paradise. So why not? So what are your passions and what are your goals and how can you design a life that you desire, right? If you want to be a speaker, you want to be an author, you want to be a coach, you have to put yourself out there. Right? And so how can you design the life that you desire? So what does that look like for you? Start with your dreams and goals. Start with your passion projects. Who do you love to help? All right. And what is your message? What is your end game? Who do you want to help? And what is the legacy that you want to leave? Celebrate. I did all the push-ups in your Cruise Beyond the Limits workout today. Oh my gosh, we did so many. Monday Motivator, today's workout, I can barely feel my arms. We did so many push-ups this morning and it was glorious. And because there's no quick fix, right? There's no quick fix. There's no fad diet. There's no magic pill that's going to get us there. And there's no quick fix, no fad diet either, or magic pill that's going to make you become the best-selling author that you are. It's going to take you knowing who you are to the core. Getting confident, putting your message out there, knowing your values, being consistent, being relentless, consistency every single day, no matter what. Getting in community, asking for help, getting vulnerable, getting coached, getting mentored, getting that accountability, getting that drive, and seeing the consistent efforts showing up, and then celebrate. Design a celebration for when you accomplish that thing. Because that deepens your why too. If I came here and I didn't launch the book, it probably wouldn't feel as good and glorious as it does right now. As I can sit, literally, my husband and I watched the sunset last night on the beach underneath this pavilion. And we just sat there and we were so still and I was so proud and I felt so loved and supported and grounded. And it's just such a beautiful freedom. It's a feeling of freedom and accomplishment. Every single time you go after your dreams and goals and you don't shut down those voices and you get in community, you ask for help and you go after it. It's worth it. You're worth it. So, all right. So that's my courageous confidence model. So that is just a cliff notes of high level version of what you're going to see in this book. So please DM me the word book, resilience, book or resilience, and I will get you the link. All right. My team will get you connected. If you have a book inside of you, or you're not sure what your purpose or your direction it looks like, send me a message. Let's get you started. Let's get you ignited again. Maybe it's not 30 days. Maybe your timeline is 6 months. Maybe it's a year. That's okay. No one says you have to do it in 30 days. I chose it because I had my 40th birthday yesterday. And I said, I was birthed. I want to celebrate the birth of my life, and that I am not going to sleep on my dreams ever again. So I started with the end in mind on August 27th. So I started in 1983, August 27th, on this world, on this planet. And I am not going to stop delivering my gifts, my God-given gifts, to help other people shorten the period of self-doubt and overwhelm and stress and go after the life that they desire. Okay, so I'm here to help you. I'm here to support you. Marcus, I'm going to give you a couple last words if you want to have the stage here for a moment. Share what you're working on. I know your birthday's coming up. You got a lot of big things coming up as well. So if you're able to share one more time, and then I want to take some questions from the audience. Feel free to post in the chat. I'll catch up with the comments, answer any questions. So Marcus, are you able to share again?
Absolutely, my friend. So currently I'm working on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 books with other clients, and everybody's on a different timeline. So one of them will literally be dropping in the next 2 weeks, another one in the next month. The others probably won't drop till top of next year because they're on different timelines. As you said, everybody works at their own pace. You know what I'm saying? Some people got that. I'm ready to get it done right now, like Chris the Lord. Others are like, I need to take a little bit more time to sit with this, and that's cool too. But they can't disappear because I'm not gonna let them disappear. When they start thinking that out of sight and out of mind, they get that lovely message from me, like, all right now, where are we? Oh, and I get to life and family and tired. I get it. That's cool. Great. I understand. Grace. But at the same time, you set a goal and you invested in this. So not publishing is not an option. I'm not going to let you not do that. So anyway, working on those. And my birthday is coming up, and you inspire me. So my book was on Amazon, and it had been a bestseller there for years, lots of ratings and reviews, but it's now taken down. So I took it down, and I'm editing it. So I'm actually adding to it. I'm expounding upon some of the ideas. I'm basically reworking it to include some updated information, and I will be relaunching on my birthday. It's 19th, September 15th. So excited about that. Those are things I got going, man, just helping people become best-selling authors, and then about to re-put mine back out there.
Woo! Oh my gosh, I can't wait. I know I got a signed copy from you, and it is an incredible book. Sleep at the Wheel. I can't wait till the next one comes out and read the next version. Oh my gosh. So proud, so honored to have you here, Marcus, and thank you so much for being in my corner, for helping ignite and light my fire. And this has just been such an incredible journey. So yeah, like Marcus said, it is hard, right? And life does happen, and we're going to be emotionally drained. We're going to go through a lot of things. So when you think about your timelines, I just want to talk about the realness and what I call in the book, the messy middle, right? So I didn't know how much was going to go into this when I first started, right? I had to make it happen because I had a deadline. And I work pretty well under pressure. So I knew I needed a deadline, and I needed support and coaching and accountability, right? But I didn't know that I would have to rearrange my schedule, time block, and literally block off. Like, I didn't take calls. There were days and nights where I literally had to shut down and be in a room where I needed to dissect the stories, edit, and so there is a lot of work that goes into it. So as you design your aggressive time schedule and your timeline, I just want to be just really vulnerable and just let you know, like, it was hard. It was not easy to meet the deadlines, and I pushed a little bit. We were supposed to be on pre-launch about a week prior, and I didn't realize how much went into it. So there were nights, even on the last night, we were up till 1 a.m. At finalizing the final manuscript. So just know that, take a look at your schedule. Be aggressive, but also be realistic with yourself and be kind and like Mark said, give yourself some grace, because you don't know, especially once you get into some of the stories, how you're going to react and how your nervous system is going to respond, and the questions, and maybe some of the self-doubt, and the things that are going to come up. They're definitely not for the faint of heart. So you're going to want to make sure that you take care of your body, that you fuel yourself properly, get proper sleep, and that you design a great timeline. And there's no other person than I would love to have than Marcus as my coach, to be able to say, you know what, we can do this. Or be honest and be like, yeah, no, this is not going to work, right? And so find the right person that is going to listen to your stories, be patient, give you grace, but also ignite your fire and make sure that they hold you accountable. So I would highly recommend, obviously reach out to Marcus. He only works with a select few people, so I don't know like the whole background of his selection process. However, I am blessed and honored to be a part of that journey. But I would highly recommend interview a couple people, because you're going to be on this journey with them, and you're going to be vulnerable. You're sharing your life stories and your journey with them. So ask the questions. And if something seems too good to be true, or you don't have, Marcus, maybe you can speak more to this, but if you don't have the rights, there's a lot of legality that goes into this as well. So you're sharing your stories and, with someone else. And so you want to make sure that you hire the right person, and that they're going to help you along that ride. So maybe interview a couple people before you just, who is that person that's going to, jive with you. You're going to spend some long days, long nights, phone calls, Zoom calls, FaceTimes. What do you think, Marcus?
Yeah, all of the above. Listen, guys, my greatest advice to you is, number one, pick somebody that you connect with and will care about you. For me, this wasn't just another project or a client. Like, this is a friend and somebody I respect and admire. She and her family, they served our country. There's all these things that I admire about them and you. And so that was different for me than just taking on anybody. You also want to, I'm just going to keep it all the way real with y'all. Standard for you to publish a book, to go from an idea to publish, and that don't even include the background info of like best-selling and ranking and all of that stuff. Like, that's a whole other service. People will sell you about $10K is what you're looking at to be able to write a book with different type of small publishing houses. And so I don't charge that. People say I should, but at the same time, I just want you to know, be very aware of people who just want to make a bunch of money off of you real quick and won't care for you or your project the way they should, and make sure that they are, like, I'm all about cost effective as well. So, Crystal Lure, she made her own cover, which she had already designed as a part of another process, which is epic. It looks super dope. Can't wait to hold it in my hand and find you when you can sign it for me. But even with that, like, there's other ways. Like, Crystal Lure's team tapped in, and they group edited together. They went to war over this manuscript. Like, honestly, like, I worked with a publisher, and it was great. But in my first book, it went through 4 rounds of paid edits, totaling thousands of dollars. And then I gave it to my friends just before launch. I gave it to 4 of my closest friends, had them read through it, and they caught like 12 years after thousands of dollars were spent. So I'm like, okay, I could have just started here. I should just gave it to my friends, the people who I trust, who know me, who know how to communicate, and we still would have caught all the same things and made the fixes. So that saves thousands of dollars, cost effective. Anyways, without going down that rabbit hole, there's just things that you learn along the way and things that you know. Also, like knowing that authors, Miles Monroe said this, the richest place in the world is the cemetery from all the gold and dreams that went to die. One thing to talk about is like how many best-selling books go to the grave because people are so afraid to jump in, to get out there, to put it out there. And they overthink. So sometimes you just need to find a person who cares enough about you to say, like, we had this. I know you don't mind me being honest. We had a moment where Chris Delore was like, I think I might be struggling with a couple of these chapters. You know, if I can just get your eyes on them, I don't know. I feel like it could be a lot better. And then I start reading the thing, and I know her, but I don't know her full story. So I'm reading it, and I'm not even editing at first. I'm just captivated by the story. So I'm like, wow, I would have had no idea. I'm just in it. And then I go back, and then I catch a little things here and there, to edit. But then I reach out to her, and I'm like, girl, you was tripping. Once this hits the hands and the hearts of people who need this message, this is fantastic. And you need somebody who cares enough about you to say that and not just want to upsell you all these extra additional services and you thought you were going to be out a couple grand, and then you want in $15,000 that you didn't have. You don't feel great. So those are just some of my advice, things to look for in a coach. Like you said, I'm selective because I don't want to work with people who say they want it but don't really want it. So I work with people who I interview. We have a call and I want to see. And if you're dedicated, it don't matter. You ain't got to turn it out in 30 days. But if I know you're going to meet deadlines, let's say we said 6 months, 9 months, I know you're going to get to work. I know you're going to do it. Not just going to spin. And if you spin and reach out, that's why you have a coach. And so anyway, yeah, that would be my advice on all of that. But you did it. You showed up. Your team rocked it. It was hard. That was hard. And here's the thing. It wouldn't have been hard if all you were doing was right. What made it hard was that you are a coach. What made it hard is that you are a serial entrepreneur. You are like you got so many irons in the fire doing so many epic things. It's like when you add a book in 30 days on top of what you already do, which is more than some people do. You do more in a day than some people do in a month. Like it's crazy. So that makes it hard. So, like you said, being realistic with yourself on your timelines and all the irons you guys have on fire. But if you guys have more questions, I don't know how long we got. I'm happy to answer. I know you're happy to answer.
Yeah, thank you so much, Marcus. I don't think people talk about the messy middle a lot. And that's why I wanted to share this book, right? And that's why I love Breakfast with Champions. I learned so much about entrepreneurship from this community. Right. And so I just appreciate your vulnerability and sharing that because I think we need to have more of these conversations. So thanks for your share. Anybody here on stage have any questions or have any thoughts or reflections before we close the room? We have about, 3 to 5 more minutes and then we're going to close for the day. Any questions for Marcus or myself?
This is Stacy. I don't have any questions, but I just wanted to say thank you guys for your pour. This has really lit a fire under me. I'm in an interesting season and starting earlier with the share. I had an aneurysm April of last year. 4 days ago was the 1 year anniversary of my third brain surgery. I'm literally a walking miracle. But the month of August came and my body and life straight wreaked havoc. And I remember God telling me that the aneurysm was just the beginning and the miracles were so that I could look back on them because the things coming were going to be harder and I'm going to have to remember. And I'm in that remembering season. I have to go have another surgical procedure on Wednesday of this week as a result of just the chaos that happened at the beginning of August. But I already know God has me and I know he's producing something amazing in and through me. And I just wanted to say thank you to you guys for sharing this because I'm going to war with all of this stuff and I will produce and write a book. And the messy middle is real. And that thing where what's interesting is the month of May was a bounce back. My hospital did an article, and I went and said thank you to my nurses. It was such a great month because it was Stroke Awareness Month, so they were featuring me for that. I was walking 5 miles then. Now I'm struggling to get 2 to 3 miles in. 1 mile is a journey, but this is a part of that process. The scale going up is not just straight up. There's dips and valleys and things you got to fight through. So I just wanted to thank you guys for being authentic and for sharing just vision and igniting a fire. I yield my mic.
Oh, Stacy, thank you so much for your share. I'm sending you so much love. You're going to be in my prayers. I just give you a follow. If you want to send me a message over on Instagram, I'd love to connect with you. Let's have a conversation. Just keep going. Marcus, you have any thoughts for Stacy?
Yeah, I love the perspective, and just hearing the wisdom that you have lets me know that there definitely is a book swimming in there. And
yep.
I'll tell you, like a mentor told me, he said, son, if you don't share your testimony, then you are robbing God of his glory through your story. And I don't know why that just stuck with me. It's impacted me. And I'm like, I don't want to do that. I want it to help, even if it helps one person. And everything you've already overcome, I know it's that season right now. But I always say, like you say, the messy middle, which is a real thing, but that's where the magic happens. I got a whole keynote about how the magic happens in the middle. And it's overcoming those adversities. It's the strengthening of your body, the strengthening of your mind, the strengthening of your faith. That is the place in which you are becoming that which you are meant to be. And you are still in that process. And I love the mindset that you've been inspired today, that you're going to fight it. You're going to keep fighting, and you're going to remember the miracle that you are, and you're going to come out victorious again, my friend. I hope that encourages your heart.
Beautiful.
It absolutely does. And thank you guys so much. And yes, I will. Yes, I will. So thank you guys.
Yes. Oh my gosh. I love it. Thank you so much for your share, Stacy. I can't wait to read your book when it comes out. Anybody else on stage care to share before we close the room? See Tosh and Robert. All right. Well, have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you so much for joining us here today. Marcus, thank you so much for popping in and sharing your wisdom and just being along for this amazing journey of life and entrepreneurship. We do hard things, but we do them together. We don't have to do life alone. Reach out, ask for help, get coached, get mentored, be courageously confident. Marcus, because you can, right?
Exactly. Because you can.
Yes. All right. Have a great day, everyone. Thank you, Marcus. Any other thoughts before we close?
I don't, man. I just want everybody to be inspired by you and your actions, not just with the book, but with everything you're doing, and realize that legends are just ordinary people who made extraordinary choices. So now you guys get to make the choice what the day looks like, what the week looks like. You can't control what happens to you, but you can 100% control how you respond to what happens to you, and keep building, keep growing, keep going, because you can. All right, that's it.
Yes, I love it. Oh my gosh, you fire me up every single time. I love it. All right, thank you all. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Have a great week. I'm going to go get some sunshine by the pool. So have a great day. Reach out if you need support. And we'll see you next Monday here with the Health is Wealth community. But we'll be back here tomorrow, 5 a.m. Eastern Standard Time with Breakfast with Champions. So have a great day. Cheers, everyone.